Last week at the 2026 World Artificial Intelligence Conference in Shanghai, Chinese President Xi Jinping made a surprise appearance. But the biggest shockwave of the event was not just what Xi said at the podium. The real story was the massive piece of engineering sitting in the very same conference hall. Right at the start of this video, you need to understand exactly what this machine is. It is called the Huawei Atlas 950 SuperPOD. This is not just a standard computer server. The Atlas 950 SuperPOD is a giant, interconnected AI computing cluster. It serves as Beijing's clearest proof of concept that they can assemble highly advanced, massive-scale AI computing clusters while completely bypassing NVIDIA's export-controlled chips. Why does this matter? Because for the last few years, the United States has heavily restricted the export of advanced AI chips to China. The Western assumption was simple. Without American-designed hardware, China's artificial intelligence industry would stall. They would hit a technological ceiling they simply could not break through. The unveiling of the Atlas 950 SuperPOD was Xi Jinping's ultimate representative card. It was a profound, silent message to the West that said, "We can do anything. We do not need NVIDIA chips. We can progress, and we will win, entirely without you." This event was a carefully orchestrated hybrid power move. While Huawei proved that China's hardware could bypass American embargoes, Xi Jinping took the stage to quietly dismantle the software dominance of the United States. Let's break down exactly what happened and why the global tech race just changed forever. To understand the silent message of the Atlas 950 SuperPOD, you have to understand the hardware trap the US tried to set. When you build a massive artificial intelligence model, you need staggering amounts of computing power. Historically, the absolute best hardware for this job has been NVIDIA's chips. They are the global gold standard. When the US government banned the sale of these top-tier chips to China, they essentially cut off the engine supply to China's AI vehicle. But the Chinese approach to problem-solving is fundamentally different. They did not sit back and accept defeat. Instead, they utilized a strategy called brute force scaling, combined with hyper-advanced networking. If they could not buy one perfect, hyper-fast American chip, they decided to build thousands of their own chips and wire them together. The Atlas 950 SuperPOD connects up to 8,192 of Huawei's own Ascend NPU chips. When you connect this many chips, the biggest problem is the communication bottleneck. If one chip has to wait for another to finish a calculation, the whole system slows down. Huawei solved this internally by developing a proprietary ultra-high-speed interconnection protocol called LingQ. Because of this advanced networking, the 8,192 chips do not act like a chaotic crowd shouting at each other. They act like a single, unified brain operating in perfect synchronization. The result is devastating to the Western narrative. At the Shanghai summit, it was revealed that this cluster can deliver 6.7 times more total computing power than NVIDIA's comparable next-generation system, the NVL144. This is the ultimate proof of concept. By unveiling this exact machine in the physical presence of President Xi Jinping, the Chinese government was sending a blindingly clear signal to Washington. The blockade completely failed. The restrictions did not cripple the Chinese tech sector. They simply forced it to evolve and become entirely self-sufficient. But hardware is only half of the battlefield. The other half is the software. And this is where Xi Jinping's speech delivered a strategic masterclass in global maneuvering. In the United States, the AI industry is dominated by massive corporations like OpenAI, Google, and Anthropic. These companies build what are known as closed proprietary models. This means they spend billions of dollars training an AI, and then they lock it inside a digital vault. If you want to use it, you have to pay them. If you are a developing nation that wants to build your infrastructure on their AI, you are completely at their mercy. They own the code, they dictate the rules, and they can cut off your access at any moment. Xi Jinping took the stage in Shanghai and proposed the exact opposite. He explicitly pitched China's highly advanced, low-cost, open-weight AI models as a global public good. Open-weight means that the core architecture and the trained parameters of the AI are available for anyone to download, use, host, and modify. This is a classic Chinese geopolitical strategy. The Chinese government and its tech giants do not waste time directly criticizing the West's closed models. They do not get on a global stage and complain about an American company's pricing structure or monopoly. Instead, they quietly develop a better, faster, and cheaper solution, and they drop it into the global market. They present their highly capable AI as a generous, accessible alternative. By doing this, Xi is indirectly but violently lowering the dominance of U.S. proprietary models. Think about the economic devastation this causes to Western business models. American AI firms operate on subscriptions and API calls. They need you to pay a microtransaction every single time you use their brainpower. But if a Chinese open-weight model is available, a business in Brazil, a university in Africa, or a government in Southeast Asia can simply download it, host it on their own servers, and use it an infinite number of times for free. This starves American companies of global market share, not through sanctions or bans, but by simply offering the world a deal that it cannot refuse. With the hardware problem solved by Huawei's SuperPOD and the software strategy rolling out across the globe, Xi Jinping used his platform to address the elephant in the room: Western sanctions. During his speech, Xi explicitly reiterated China's objections to the overstretching of national security concerns by Western nations. When the United States bans technology exports, they almost always cite national security. They claim that if China gets advanced AI chips, it poses a direct military threat to the world. Xi's use of the word overstretching is a direct public dismissal of this narrative. He is telling the global audience that the West is using national security as a fabricated excuse to maintain an unfair technological and economic monopoly. Xi warned against the emergence of new historical injustices stemming from unequal access to artificial intelligence. He compared the rise of AI to the invention of the steam engine or the electrical grid. If only the rich Western nations control this foundational power, the rest of the world will be left permanently behind. This is a brilliant diplomatic framing. Xi is telling the global South, the United States wants to hoard this technology and use security as an excuse to keep you dependent. China wants to share this technology and treat it as a fundamental human right. And remember the setting. He delivered this exact speech while standing in the same conference hall as the newly unveiled Huawei Atlas 950 SuperPOD. This created an incredibly powerful hybrid message. First, a message to the developing world. We are your partners. We will share our software and help you grow without any strings attached. Second, an unyielding message to the United States. Your walls did not work. We built our own hardware. We shattered your ceiling, and now we are coming for your global market share. What happened at the AI summit in Shanghai is not just standard technology news. It is the definitive beginning of a completely bifurcated technological world. For years, the global tech industry operated on an American foundation. Even as China built incredible apps, platforms, and digital infrastructure, the underlying silicon, the actual physical chips processing the data, were designed by Western companies. The US government weaponized that foundation, assuming that cutting the wire would instantly shut down the Chinese tech machine. The World Artificial Intelligence Conference proved that the wire has been bypassed entirely. Huawei's unyielding engineering efforts produced a supernode cluster capable of training the massive AI models of the future. The Atlas 950 SuperPOD operates seamlessly, scaling up brute computing force to bridge any gap left by the absence of NVIDIA hardware. It is the ultimate proof of concept that a completely sovereign, sanction-proof tech ecosystem is not just a theoretical possibility. It is currently operating at peak efficiency in Shanghai right now. Simultaneously, the software ecosystem is being weaponized as a tool of global diplomacy. By releasing open-weight models to the public, China is ensuring that the foundational layer of global AI will not be exclusively American-owned. In the simplest terms possible, the West tried to lock China in a room and throw away the key. Instead of begging for the key, China just built a stronger door, walked right out, and invited the rest of the world to follow them. The unveiling of the Atlas 950 SuperPOD and Xi Jinping's strategic speech show a nation operating with extreme quiet confidence. They don't need to shout. They don't need to complain about the restrictions. They just build the superior hardware, open source the software, and let the undeniable results speak for themselves. The silent message has been sent, and the entire world is now forced to listen. Huawei's Atlas 950 debuts. This breakdown directly analyzes Huawei's debut of the Atlas 950 SuperPOD and explains how its massive chip-scaling architecture allows China to bypass Western hardware sanctions.